Adolf Hitler was no doubt one of the human race's deadliest specimens, and I'm about to share with you some shocking revelations about how a famous psychic predicted him many years before his rise. Have you ever heard of Nostradamus and his prophecies? The idea that a 16th century astrologer could foresee events that have come to pass centuries later is both captivating and eerie. But what if I told you that Nostradamus predicted the rise of one of the most infamous dictators in history, Adolf Hitler? The mere thought of it sends shivers down your spine, right? How could a man who lived centuries ago predict such a monumental event with such accuracy? Was it pure coincidence, or did Nostradamus possess an otherworldly power? In this video, we will explore the mysterious world of Nostradamus and unravel the truth behind his prophecies about the rise of Hitler. Get ready to be amazed, intrigued, and maybe even spooked. 3 free predictions about your life. Claim a free reading using the link below. Nostradamus, also known as Michel de Nostradame, was a renowned French astrologer and physician who lived during the 16th century. He is famous for his prophecies, which have fascinated people for centuries. Many people believe that his predictions have come true or will come true. Shockingly, many of his predictions prove to be accurate, but one of them still horrifies people. Some people have claimed that he predicted specific individuals, including 3 men who would play significant roles in world history. These 3 men are often referred to as the 3 Antichrists. I'm sure you are as thrilled as I am to learn about the fascinating prediction. According to some interpretations of Nostradamus's quatrains, the first Antichrist was Napoleon Bonaparte, who rose to power in France and waged wars across Europe in the late 18th and early 19th centuries. Some believe the second Antichrist to be Adolf Hitler, who rose to power in Germany in the 1930s and led the country into World War II. The third Antichrist to be a figure who has not yet appeared on the world stage but will bring about tremendous destruction and upheaval. Now you must be wondering who the third Antichrist is. Nostradamus's prediction of the third Antichrist has been a subject of fascination and fear for many people for centuries. According to his quatrains, the third Antichrist will rise to power and bring about a time of great suffering and destruction on earth. The idea of an all-powerful figure who can manipulate the world and bring about its destruction is both thrilling and terrifying. It taps into our deepest fears and anxieties about the future and our place in the world. Are you thrilled? Keep watching this video to learn more about his surprisingly correct predictions about the forthcoming of Hitler, the symbol of fear. It is important to note that there is no conclusive evidence that Nostradamus' prophecies specifically predicted the rise of Adolf Hitler. While some believe certain quatrains can be interpreted as referring to Hitler, these interpretations are highly debated and contested among scholars and enthusiasts. Have a look at what he foretold about the expected uprise of Hitler. One of the most commonly cited prophecies is Century 2, Quatrain 24, which says, "Beast ferocious with hunger will cross the rivers. The greater part of the battlefield will be against Hitler. Into a cage of iron will the Great One be drawn. When the child of Germany observes nothing." Many believe that Hitler refers to Hitler and that this quatrain predicts his rise to power and defeat in World War II. However, others argue that Hitler refers to the Danube River and that the quatrain describes a battle in Eastern Europe. As we delve deeper into this, I am sure you are on the edge of your seat, eager to learn more about what he may have foreseen. Nostradamus's quatrains predicted the events of the war, including the destruction of cities. These interpretations are highly speculative. That being said, some quatrains have been interpreted as referring to the destruction of cities during World War II. For example, in Century 2, Quatrain 3 says, "Under the opposite climate of Babylon, there will be a great shedding of blood. That which will come from the sky, the earth and the sea, will be corrupted by sex, famine, kingdoms, plague, and confusion." Some people have interpreted this as a reference to the bombing of cities during World War II, with the opposite climate of Babylon referring to Europe, where many of the most destructive bombings took place. A quick reminder before we further continue our discussion on this topic. If you've enjoyed the video so far and want to explore the past more, consider subscribing, as we frequently upload such interesting videos. Let's continue. People believe Nostradamus predicted the rise of Hitler along with other significant events throughout history. For example, some have claimed that Nostradamus predicted the Great King of Terror will come from the sky. Some believe this prediction refers to the September 11th terrorist attacks on the World Trade Center in New York City in 2001. However, it is essential to note that Nostradamus did not mention the year, location, or specific details of this event in his writings. Therefore, the interpretation of this prediction as referring to the September 11th attacks is purely speculative and open to debate. Other prophecies of Nostradamus foretold exploitations of Adolf Hitler in his quatrains as, for example, Century 8, Quatrain 71 says, "The great barbarian empire will be devastated before the lunar cycle of the full moon is completed. Fire, great flood, more through ignorance than the intention of evil. Many will perish by both sword and famine." Some people have interpreted this as a reference to Hitler's rise to power and the devastation wrought by World War II, with the Great Barbarian Empire possibly referring to Nazi Germany. However, it is essential to note that Nostradamus's quatrains are highly symbolic and open to interpretation, and different people have made various claims about their meaning over the centuries. It is also worth noting that Hitler's actions during World War II, including the Holocaust and other atrocities, are widely regarded as some of the most heinous crimes in human history. His regime was responsible for the deaths of millions of people, including 6 million Jews who were systematically murdered in concentration camps. Regardless of where you stand on the issue, the rise of Hitler and the atrocities committed during World War II remind you of the dangers of extremist ideologies and the importance of remaining vigilant against hate and intolerance. While there are varying opinions on the accuracy of Nostradamus's prophecies, there is no denying the impact that Hitler and the events of World War II had on the world. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments section below. If you want to learn more about Nostradamus and his prophecies, check out my other videos on the topic. You will want to take advantage of the fascinating insights and predictions that I explore in greater depth there. Thank you for joining me today. Goodbye.